Yo guys, and welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the three kind of biggest things that I see lower rank players do that I think is detrimental to your game. And yeah, it's going to be three kind of tips and tricks for you guys. So the first thing I would say that lower rank players are really bad at doing is lack of awareness for your team, where your teammates actually are. Like in a game of threes especially, you should know where all your teammates are at all times and basically be covering whatever they're not. You should be the one to be able to play around your teammates and not be the one that's like just kind of out of position and double committing with people. You shouldn't have to do that if you're playing things right. You shouldn't even have to do that if your team are playing right and you're challenging well. You don't need to do that. So yeah, I'm going to explain briefly what first man, second man and third man rotation are. So first man, I'm talking about threes, but this is also applies in twos. It's just with one less person. So first man's job is, if the ball is like in the corner or the other team have possession, the first man's job is to basically be annoying, get in the way, challenge the person, and challenge it in a way that it goes to one of your team. That's like how you want to challenge things. So that's like how you want to challenge things. So first man, basically just be as annoying as possible. Dive for the ball. You know, it's threes. You don't really need to worry about overcommitting too much. You know, as long as you can trust your teammates enough. Second man, basically the same story. Once first man has done his job, the second man's job is to clean up the ball, like follow up his play basically. So whatever happens off the first man's 50, that's where the second man's job is to follow up. So for example, if the ball was like here, the teammate just challed it, went up in the air, my job as second man is to chal that ball, try to get a shot, try to do something, beat the player. That's what you want to do. And obviously this comes with speed, and you know, like, you need to be aware in threes and really care about where your teammates are, and stop focusing on just being on the ball all the time, and only do that if you're first man basically. And then once first man has done his job, you go out as second man. And then third man, obviously very obvious. It should be obvious that he is the person who's kind of playing a bit safer, playing a bit deeper in the pitch. So when I say deeper, I just mean a bit further back. So first man and second man, they're out challenging the ball. And third man, if the ball is coming like this, first man and second man would be over there. Probably one of you guys would be on the backboard, like the second man would be on the backboard. And third man would be here at back post. Kind of just ready to clean up pretty much everything that comes at them. So the second thing that lower ranks do is they're not hitting the ball correctly. Like this is like, you know, a lot of players kind of flip into it just with no real intention of how much power, or how they kind of just hit the ball and there's no intention of power or placement in it. The best way to get through this and to stop doing this is to hit the ball. So as you can see on my car, right, the Fenix, easy to see. The front, I can't even land on my back. So the front two corners of my car, you can see like the front left and the front right corner, right? So you want to use air roll to basically judge the ball and hit the ball with the corner of your car as much as you can. So if I can set that up, I can go like that and get a really powerful shot. This is something that's like a lot of like high rank players are doing all the time. So if I go like that, and I basically, especially if you time it off a bounce like this, the amount of power, like I'm going through the ball with the corner of my car, and I get so much power off it. So that's another thing, is not hitting the ball with as much power as you can. So you know, once you play the game enough, you understand, if I hit the ball off a bounce and I leave it till the half volley, you know, I'm not going through the ball and try to hit it at its point when it's still, as it's going up like that. You know what I mean? As it's bounced and it's just on its way back up, that's when you kind of want to use the corner of your car, get as much power as you can. And also, and I was talking about placement a minute ago, like basically where you want to hit the ball is up to you, right? If you're just trying to beat someone, try to beat a player, then that's, you know, that's fine. You know, if you want to hit it to the corner to beat a player, maybe play for the back boost, that is a play that can work, right? But in general, the most awkward place is the backboard. So the harder hits you can get, you know, like see, I didn't use the corner of my car and I got absolutely no power on that. So as you can see, You've got to remember what that looks like for a player in net, so that is like really hard to kind of read what is actually happening. You know, it could take any bounce really at all, and it's just awkward to read. So focus on getting more powerful hits, especially in threes. But you know, it can work in any rank. So if you for booming the ball, that is the best thing, is using the corner of your car. And I mean, you can like flip through it. You know, that can work as well, you know, but the main thing is try to get power on the ball, and one of the ways to do that higher ranked players are really good at, and it's something that I've practiced a lot as well, is using the corner of your car. It's so much more powerful, and it can generate a lot of power out of nothing, basically. So the third tip I would give to people, give to lower ranks, is not landing correctly. This is something that you need to have in your muscle memory, so that you can land perfectly all the time, and you're not going to land perfectly all the time. That certain things happen, like, you know, if you flip into the wall, you're a bit awkward, you're kind of spun out. So as you can see, if I flip a bit inefficiently here, you can see that when I land, I'm not correcting myself correctly. I'm kind of just forced to go the direction that my car's facing. So this is a big thing. Like, as you can see there, it kind of like jerks you into a position once you've done that. So if you hold power slide and do the same thing, you have a lot more like control of your car. And if you're going back, if you do flip a bit inefficiently, so say you flip like that, you can still flip out of it and go back to the boost. So it's one of those things you need to, especially when you're flipping. Landing when you're flipping is one of the biggest mistakes I see lower ranks players make, is they don't land efficiently. And it really helps, like, especially if you're at a rank where your opposition aren't landing correctly, then you will go up so much elo if you just literally start holding power slide while you're doing it. And it doesn't take long for it to kind of become ingrained. So just simple forward flips, you know, you don't have to worry about it too much, I guess, but you want to be ready to hold power slide, or just you don't even need to hold it, just tap power slide in most flipping situations, and you can see that you can kind of keep up your momentum and make it back, you know, where you want to go, probably back to the boost, which, you know, if you're going to go back for boost, then you want to be doing it efficiently and as quickly as possible, really. And another thing, this is like a little bit a higher level, to be fair, but another thing is like landing on the wall after a play. So this is something that is quite hard to do while getting a touch. So if I set it up like this, you know, just say if I want to get a double on this and land on the wall and still follow the ball, you know, I might not be able to reach it, but the main idea of the play is right to do that. So if I get a touch and then maybe I get a quick double around a player that's probably challenging you on the wall. So that's the basics of it, and really focus on just landing correctly is so important, and it's one of the first kind of main first main kind of high level stuff that you learn, is that, you know what I mean, that's like the first kind of step into high level, is being able to land correctly in most situations. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped, and also if you wouldn't mind leaving a like and sub to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by summer, so we're getting on now, but I would really appreciate it, guys, if you enjoyed this video, to leave a like, leave a share, all that good stuff. Hopefully help my channel go up the subs rankings, you know, getting some sub elo. I don't even know what I'm on about. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.